What's going on, you guys? Slim here at the 250th YCS here in Los Angeles, California, here with my brother Asia Persuasion. You already know we're on that profile grind, and we're here with a top 64 player. What's your name and what did you play?
My name is Ryan May, and I was playing DRYTRON.
DRYTRON!
One of the two
wild
DRYTRON
man! Yeah, there was
people
only
in top
2 DRYTRON in top 64, which is crazy. Why DRYTRON? Wow. Gotta ask.
Why DRYTRon? I've been playing it since it came out in Genesis Impact. I honestly think it's the best deck.
Let's go. That's
so
all
you got to play with Eva before.
Yeah,
you know, Eva went bye-bye.
So you've been through all the ratios with it. Yeah.
For real.
Awesome. Before we see the list, do you have any shout-outs?
Yeah, shout out to my awesome girlfriend, Marisol. I literally wouldn't be here without you, so.
Brownie points.
Awesome. And then, yeah, I'll get into the cards. So, main deck was clean 40, and I was playing the 3 alpha and 3 zeta, pretty standard. 2 gamma, because I didn't want this card to get banished, and then you don't have grind game without gamma. And then 1 delta. Minimum DRYTRON ratios, because I'm playing mostly a hand trap deck.
Okay, makes sense.
For spells, I was playing the 3 emergency for consistency, the 3 Nova, and the 1 Fafnir. I was playing 3 and 1 because if you play 2 and 2 and play against Runic and they banish all your targets for Fafnir, it becomes real. It's just a bad card and it thins your deck too much. You want to always top deck DRYTRON with this deck. And then I was playing 2 other consistent cards for DRYTRON. I was playing the 1 Foolish, which always gets sided out versus Cash, and the 1 Jack in the Hand, just as an extra copy of Zeta.
He's telling me everyone read that card.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of people
what's funny is I only activated against Flunder, and they all looked at me and were like, "You're actually playing that?" And I was like, "Yeah," because they play that card.
Yeah, they know.
But yeah, it's just an extra copy of Zeta most of the time because everybody grabs Alpha, which is correct.
Yeah,
so.
it's 100% the right play.
I played 1 Meteonis, considered playing 2 for a while, but you just don't want to brick on it. It's not good to see both in your hand. On to Rituals. I was playing the mandatory 3 Ben 10
Please
MVP.
tell me how you felt about that.
Yeah, it must feel nice to
list,
those.
I am very happy, so happy that this is a 3. This card was the best card of the deck, obviously. Yeah, it's Ben 10. So it's
from 1 to 3 and it changed the whole deck.
And then I was playing 3 other Ritual monsters. They're the 3 win cons for the deck. You have Natasha for when you go second, you take their entire board and kill them with it. You have Draconids, who if you can't Natasha, you go for Draconids and swing over their entire board and kill them. And then if you have go first, you play Magician of Black Chaos.
What on earth is that thing?
What the heck does that do for you? Let him know. I know
basically on summon, this guy contribute a monster, including himself, and your opponent cannot activate monster effects for the rest of the turn. And in combination with the extra deck Link 2 that we just got in Fortune Hypernova, you can summon this during your opponent's turn, during their draw phase, and lock them out of monster effects for the rest of the turn.
You said it can't activate?
Correct. And since it tributes itself as cost, they can't respond with Infirm, Droplet, anything. So
how many times did you resolve it this weekend?
This is hilarious. I literally only summoned this 3 times, and 4th if you count my top 64 match. Or because I won only 2 die rolls and went second most of the time. So actually the best card in this deck probably is Natasha. Natasha stole like everything under the sun. Like I stole someone's Big Eye and then Big Eyed their monster, took their whole board. Stole a Rise Heart. Stole like a ton of crazy shit. So this card was probably the best of the 3. But you got to play all 3. I was considering cutting this guy, but him being a ritual machine comes up when you need to tribute because he can be treated as the full cost to summon this guy, which comes up sometimes if you get hand trapped. And this deck was just like built to play around hand traps so that you didn't like lose to a single Ash. For the other fairies, I was playing the 1 Diviner as the normal summon for the deck, and also to go into a lot of the extra deck stuff that I play. And then the 1 Orange Light. And then this card was like, it was really good. When I saw it and I was able to out a shifter because of it, feels really good. So, amazing card. Please come back to 3 actually.
Hey, Cheers not around, so I'm okay with it.
Cheers, and then, yeah, for real. For the rest of the deck, it was just hand traps. I was playing 3 Ash, 3 Veiler, and 3 Imperms. And those were like the meat of the deck, I guess, because I always wanted to see at least one of these in my hand. And then I was playing two other hand traps that were like kind of situational, I guess. So the 2 Nib for like Rogue, and then the 2 Droll also for Rogue, but mainly because I wanted to play cross out for Droll because I was scared of getting Drolled at this event.
Yeah.
But I didn't have space for it in my side deck. And it's level 1, so that if you open 1 DRYTRON hands, you can normal the Droll and make your Fafnir, which allows you to make interesting plays sometimes. So that actually came up a lot. And it being a normal summon helps to make like Phoenix and Unicorn plays on your second turn, because I'm not playing second Diviner.
Gotcha.
So that was like most of the deck.
Did you play any Dark Hole players and they cry?
No, but the funniest part was I played for my last match in Swiss to make top 64. I played the DRYTRON mirror, and he won the die roll, and he tried to bait out my hand traps by going for the Fafnir line and everything, and I knew not to hit that.
Yeah.
I just waited for him to summon Choju, the new level 6 guy, veilered that, nibbed on his add back a ritual spell, and he's like, fuck, pass, bro.
No.
And then I'm like, okay, alpha effect should be Zeta. He's like, no way. Full combo.
That's hilarious. I know you didn't expect to run to a mirror match. That's for
I
sure.
know, it's crazy. And then game 2 I had Droll for him, so he was like, that's not cool.
He was like, you just put me in a body bag on the last round.
For real.
Awesome. I love it.
And then for the extra deck, I guess, I have the zone lockers for today. Yeah, I only got zone lock once. It was by Jesse Cotton. Every other cash player was too scared to zone lock me, or they just you know, they stopped because I had like Imperm Veiler nib on them. So nib token.
Yes, I love it.
And then for the extra deck, I was playing Link Karibo, which is mandatory. You could play Anima, but Link Karibo comes up a lot to protect you from damage, especially if you're close to time. Phoenix is important to get rid of like bursts and stuff. Like there's a lot of like random continuous spells and that are just staying on the field and giving a lot of advantage, and you need to be able to out that. So you play Phoenix. And then the boss monster, I guess, of the deck, Dynamondo. He's a crazy card. So because he's removal, which is why I was playing 2 of it. On summon, he can target a card on the field and a ritual monster in your grave and shuffle both back into the deck. So you can shuffle your opponent's stuff, your stuff. It lets you recycle Ben 10s. Overall crazy, and I played 2 because usually you do want on the first turn to lock them out of monster effects, because its second effect is to tribute itself and bring back any ritual monster from your graveyard, which lets you summon Magician of Black Chaos during their draw phase.
So this is how you get Natasha.
Yeah, and this is like always live because Natasha plus any monster that you steal just makes Dynamon, and
you do it again.
Yeah, it's just do it again, keep shuffling stuff, and yeah.
That's craziness.
I played 2 other links, just the Herald and Mirage Lights for a spell trap negate on my end board. Basically, literally just for Called by the Grave. That was the only card I was scared of. And then Boral Sword Dragon, and this was just to kill people. Pretty self-explanatory. For the synchros, I played the 1 target for Diviner. I didn't play Natis because I'm only playing 1 Diviner, and I felt like having Zolkin and Crystal Wing came up a lot more in testing. If I went first and made full combo, I wanted a monster negate that stayed on my board so I could kill them faster on the next turn. And with Diviner, you can make it into a level 6 tuner, and then Ben 10 becomes the other level 6 to make Zolkin. Ritual spell lets you get the Crystal Wing out, and then you're protected from Nib, you're protected from Bell. All the other like Bestials, although I didn't get Bestial at all this weekend, so
that's why this deck is amazing right now.
Yeah, it's so good. So those were the synchros, and then finally we were playing 2 Fafnir. I considered playing a 3rd, but I felt like the utility of Fuko came up more. This being unaffected won me like 2 matches because basically I got nibbed once, and my opponent was like, this goes to grave, and I'm like, no, it stays here, man. And then I just make Zeus after. So, or Downer Zeus, I guess.
Yeah,
so those are the other 2 Xyz. And then the last 6 Xyz is Beatrice, because this deck makes level 6s, and you need this card if you're going to play 1 card DRYTRON hands. And since I'm playing so many hand traps, if I open like Zeta Ben 10, I need that to be able to be full board, and with Beatrice, that makes full board.
Nice. Like it.
And then for the side deck, we had the 3 cross out This was basically just for Droll, but it could also be any of the other hand traps because I was maining like all the relevant ones. I only used it today to cross out someone's Ash, and I won that game because of it. So you know, it did its job. It did its job. Then I was playing 2 Cosmic. Shout out to my boy Jesus for the ulti. My first one got bent in the middle of round 3, and I needed a replacement, so he gave me an ulti.
Nice.
This card was crazy. It was really good against Cash. It stopped a lot of field spells. It won me an Evil Eye matchup, which was pretty crazy because I just vanished their equip, and you can win off that. I probably should have been playing 3 basically. 2 was good, but 3 probably would have been better. 3 Dark Ruler No More. This was basically like my anti Arise Heart card. When Cash just goes for the one Arise Heart and pass, I just hope to open this or Imperm, and then you just win. You just can play. So it was also for Sprite. It hits Sprite as well. So good card. I don't think I actually Dark Rulered anybody today, but in theory, if you Dark Ruler them and you're in time, you can still gain life with Natasha to win. Though that didn't ever come up. Then I played the 1 Call by the Grave. This is for Shifter, and pretty much Shifter alone. But I actually hit a lot of Ashes with this. I did hit 1 Shifter, and I hit 1 Droll. So
Put in the work.
amazing card.
Oh, yeah.
I wish this was at 3, but it should probably be banned.
Yeah. 2 sack day 1 now.
And then my other defensive card was Ghost Spell. This was for Bestials, Math Mech, and other random rogue stuff. It just protects your Drytrons from the Bestials, and it was also a cross-out target because you can bell a lot of the Drytron effects. So I don't think I ever actually I used it in the Drytron mirror. I belled their camp.
You did everything to that man. You drove.
Oh yeah, he got hit by a lot of hand traps.
Yeah.
And then the 1 Lancia, I was maining it, but I took it out and put it in the side to fit double Nib in the main deck because I felt like Nib was better mains than inside at this event, and thank God I did that because Nib only came up in game 1. After you nib them or show you're playing hand traps in game 1, they do not summon more than 4 times against you. Yeah. Except for Cotton. Cotton was like, yeah, bro, I'm just gonna take the gamble. You didn't open any hand traps. And he just full called me. I was like, wow, okay, bro.
Yeah, he's like, you got me.
He's just too good.
He is.
And then this was the worst card on my side. Could have literally been anything else because I never put it in. I never was like, oh, I really need Lava Goal in here. If you show that you're playing hand traps, the Cash players never end on more than 1 monster, and it's just dead in your hand. So I just never sided it in, and I realized after siding into Cash, this card's just not needed. So could have been the 3rd Cosmic and something else. And that was everything. Shout outs, I guess, to my teammates, Team End Game, the boys. Especially thanks to Sano for giving me some ulti nibs to use at this event, and Jesus for ulti Drolls to match all my imperms and veilers. And shout out to Paul for teaching me how to play One Piece right before this event.
Awesome.
And that's about it. Thank you.
Awesome. Congrats on getting top cut here at the 250th YCS, and thanks for the deck profile, bro.
Yep. Thank you guys.
Awesome.